that. Next up is Quake. Solid shooting game, music done by Trent Reznor. Even though there's barely any music while you play, but still. I'm still more of a Doom guy, but hey, Quake is cool too. Here's one that I played quite a bit of. Wave Race. You race on the waves. And here's another one I played the hell out of when I was a kid. WCW versus NWO Revenge. And there you got newly found out racist Hulk Hogan, Bill Goldberg, Kevin Nash, and Raven. So that wraps it up for that, and like I said, I got Mario in there. No, I don't have Mario Kart. I do have it on the Virtual Console, though. I also have Star Fox on the Virtual Console, and I have Star Fox 3D, which we will get into right now. Oh, and you didn't see an Ocarina of Time. That's because I have it on the GameCube. Unless I can find a gold card of Ocarina of Time, I don't think I'm really going to bother. Also have it on the 3DS as well. So here's another Club Nintendo case. It came with a few different backings on it, or covers I should say. You're probably not going to be able to find these anymore because they're from Club Nintendo, and Club Nintendo has officially discontinued. Okay, over here we have Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. It's just a, music game. Touch the nodes at the right time in the right direction and listen to your favorite Final Fantasy tunes. I also have the sequel, which is far superior. Fire Emblem, Kingdom Hearts 3D, tried to get into it, really couldn't. Liked the combat and whatnot, but the Pokemon thing was weird. Kirby Triple Deluxe, fun game. Very colorful, very fun to look at. Mario Land 3D, another good one. Mario Kart 7, damn good game. Pokemon, I don't play them, so I really can't weigh in on it. Puzzles and Dragons, again, this one isn't mine. Resident Evil Revelations, and it is the case where Revelations is spelled wrong. As you can see right there, it's Revelations right there. But yeah. There's my Star Fox 64 3D. In my personal opinion, the best Star Fox 64 version to date. Here's my Zelda Link Between Worlds. And it better be in the case, because I noticed that it wasn't. I can't open it. There we go. Haha, and it is. Damn right it is. Okay. Get in there. Whoops. Sorry about that. Alright. Just kind of having a moment there. Now we move on to DS games. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney. This was a spin-off of the Phoenix Wright series. Very good. Damn it. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. This game is balls to the wall hard, man, so only play it if you are really wanting to get your ass whipped. Chrono Trigger for the DS. Duh, for the DS, says it right there, but yep, there's Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy 3, hard game, lots of fun. Final Fantasy 4, hard game, lots of fun. Here we go. This one I want to talk about for a second. GTA Chinatown Wars is probably my favorite DS game. Regular DS game, anyway. It utilizes the stylus and touchscreen perfectly. The game is just a lot of fun. It handles well. The driving is good. Hell, even the cheap little music soundtracks on there. Oh, I shouldn't say cheap, but even the music on there is good. It's an ambitious game. I really highly recommend it. It utilizes the stylus and touchscreen so well that, I mean, you'll have a blast with it from beginning to end. You'll be using it to scratch off lottery tickets, to removing panels from cars and trying to, it's just a lot of fun. I really can't explain it too well, I guess. I'm more of a let's play / script guy. But hands down, it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of mini games with the stylus, and it really, really does a fine job. a way better job than Nintendo ever did with any game, with the stylus. With the hardware, staying true to the hardware, I should say. Very good job. Kingdom Hearts, and that's Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. That's how you pronounce that title. New Super Mario over here. Nintendogs. And a puzzle game called Trace Memory. Boom. Okay. Next, we moved into much older territory now. So, when I started collecting retro games, I decided to start with the Sega first. No reason in particular. But first up, Phantasy Star 4. Damn good game. Got a damn good deal on it too. No case though, but oh well. Fighting Masters. It's a generic 2D fighting game, but it is a game that me and my brother and one of his friends used to play quite a bit of. Fighting Masters. Probably my favorite Sega game of all time, Shining Force 2. Its predecessor, Shining Force, was also very, very good. Tactical RPG, a lot of fun. And it's simplistic, it doesn't go overboard. Here's one if you really want to get your ass whipped. The label's a little worn, but you can read that is Contra Hard Corps. Actually knew a guy who could beat this game without dying once, and it was scary. Then we got Aladdin, pretty good action platformer. Columns was Genesis or Sega's answer to Tetris. Echo the Dolphin, strictly in there for novelty. I never really cared for the game. I did enjoy looking at it. The music was pretty cool, but I was just really no good at it. And I surprisingly did get kind of far in it, but still. It was just that one time and that's it. Maybe if there was a save feature. I think there's actually a password feature. Yeah, I can't remember. Who cares? Judge Dredd, another game that a lot of people might not like, but I actually did. My cousin actually owned this game, and I just ended up getting really good at it. We didn't have a lot of games back then, so the games that we did have, if you wanted to keep playing something different or whatnot, you had to get good at it. Unlike today, Lion King is a game without mercy. I won't even talk about it. NBA Live 96. I don't like many sports games, but when I do, I like NBA Live 96. I also like NBA Jam, which I have coming in the mail. Monopoly, because everybody needs a game about real estates. RoboCop vs. Terminator, anyone? Case is in pretty damn good condition. I'm very proud of this game, actually. Even have the manual in there and everything. Damn good. Side-scrolling, shoot 'em up. Highly recommend. Also got a great deal on it. Sonic Spinball, very unforgiving after the third stage, so be prepared to rip the hair out of your head. And if you don't have any hair, then, I don't know, jam your thumbs in your eyes. Then back here we have Spider-Man and the X-Men. This is actually going to be the next game I review, so I'm not even going to bother talking about it. And back there's that Game Zero Tolerance I was talking about, which is in the Sega already, and is one of the very few Sega Genesis first-person shooters. Okay, so our last area here, and this is about 75% of my games. I just don't have room to display the others right now, but we're gonna fix that soon. And once I mod it, I'll make a short video on that. I swear, that one will be short. So we'll start over here with the PlayStation 4. Well, first off, in here we have my one and only PS1 physical copy, Black Label Chrono Cross, sequel to Chrono Trigger, very highly underrated game, lots of fun. And then there's charging cables, memory cards. Then I have Alien Isolation, that was a lot of fun. Batman Arkham Knight, another good one. Dragon Age Inquisition I had a hard time getting into. Maybe I'll come back to it and try again, I don't know. Elder Scrolls Online, which, pretty good. Evil Within, I didn't like. It's a survival horror, and I just didn't like it. Here's a game that totally sucks. I really did not like this game. At first I did, but as it went on, the voice acting, just the look of it, the way that it moves, almost everything about it, I don't like now. I think I was trying to make myself believe I liked it, but you know what? No. The only good thing about it is that right there. That's it. So, to me, it was still worth the $40. Yeah, I only paid $40 for it. Get in there. Okay. Killzone probably has some of the worst AI ever. Resident Evil Revelations 2, don't bother playing it by yourself. And not because it's scary, but because the AI for your partner is god-awful, so you will need somebody to take control of your partner. Shadow of Mordor, I guess everyone I never played Assassin's Creed, but that's what they say. It's kind of like a clone of that, but it was a little repetitive, but I liked it. Watch Dogs, I haven't got around to this, so I can't weigh in on it. Wolfenstein: A New Order is the only PS4 game that I've ever 100%ed. I love Wolfenstein, I love Doom, I love games of that era, and yeah, I also have The Old Blood, which is also an awesome game. So on the PS3, I got Killzone 3, which I've never played. God of War Collection, I believe. God of War Saga. The 5 full games. Yeah, lots of fun. Resistance 2, I haven't played yet. Uncharted 3, pretty good. Then over here we have our PS2 games, which, as you can see, this first one here, it's 24, Jack Bauer, 24 the game. I'll talk about it for a second, I guess. This game is actually a lot of fun. The shooting segments are good. They're the shooting stages. They have driving stages. They have kind of like interrogation levels, which are kind of like mini games. Bomb defusing. They really do try to switch it up in this game quite a bit, and you know what? It surprisingly worked really well. I was a big fan of the show back for the first few seasons, and the game came out within that time span, and I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I would highly recommend this to any 24 fan. As far as just a regular game player goes that maybe isn't familiar with the show, maybe not, but if you're a fan of the show and you like games, give this one a shot. Contra Shattered Soldier, I'm freakishly good at this version of Contra. I might not be able to do well in hard corps, but in Shattered Soldier I only die maybe 2 or 3 times. And that's all at the last level too. Anything before that, if I end up dying, I just stop and start all over again. It's S rank or nothing, buddy. Final Fantasy X, we all know. Final Fantasy XII, that's my favorite one on PS2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite PS2 game altogether. Time Splitters Future Perfect. I don't know. Not sure if this has a large following or not. I know it has a cult following, but I would highly recommend this game. It's done by the same team that did GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and all that. Maybe not the same exact team, but you can definitely tell that there's elements of it hidden in there. Highly recommend Time Splitters and Time Splitters 2, which I actually do have for GameCube, and Time Splitters Future Perfect. Leave the original alone. It sucks. Alright. Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, which has Street Fighter 2, or Hyper Street Fighter 2, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Pretty damn good game. It also has the Street Fighter animated movie on it as well. And I'm not sure if it's the one that has Chun-Li's tits or not. Okay, Matrix Path of Neo. I actually liked this game. It was pretty addictive. And then another Castle Wolfenstein. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is the inferior PS2 version, and is really hard to look at now. It just didn't age well, I guess. I don't know. Just everything looks so dark on the screen. Alright, let's shift on over to our Xbox 360. You may have noticed I don't have an Xbox One. I don't discriminate at consoles, but I just don't see a reason to buy another next-gen system. Since I already got a PS4, I just don't see the reason to buy another one until they have a library of games that really stand out. Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, which is what's playing in the background right now. That sits there at the top of the line. Batman Arkham City, I also have Arkham Asylum, but it's digital. Battlefield 3 Limited Edition has all the bells and whistles. BioShock Infinite, of course. I also have BioShock 1 and 2. BioShock 2 is highly underrated, but that was a damn fun game. The gameplay in BioShock 2 was magnificent. The story in the first BioShock was good, and the story in BioShock Infinite was good. BioShock 2 story is but it really does. I mean, it's okay, but it seriously makes up for it with just the gameplay alone. Alright, anyways, enough rambling. Bulletstorm. This game right here I want to talk about for a second. Highly underrated game, made from the creator of Gears of War. You can see the beta promotion right there. Yeah. This game is a first-person, like, arcade shooter, and it's damn good. I mean, you have the freedom to move around, you know, it's not like a rail shooter or anything like that. You have the freedom to move around, explore, and stuff like that, but the kills that you do are arcade style. You get points for them, and you're rewarded with, well, you're rewarded with the points which you can use to spend on, you know, stuff and things. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Sorry, I'm kind of one-handing this right now, so it's Castlevania, Lords of Shadow. I heard that the sequel was meh, so I'm just waiting to get that bargain bin. Dark Sector, here's another one I'd like to talk about. Dark Sector plays a lot like Resident Evil 4, and you also get to use this glaive thing that you can use in different variations to take your enemies down. You also use weapons as well, but I gotta tell you that this game is highly underrated. If you find it in the bargain bin, definitely pick it up. But yeah, it plays just like Resident Evil 4. Is it as good as Resident Evil 4? No, but it's a damn good game regardless. This game right here that has the audacity to not have a name on it. This is actually Condemned. Another good game. The Darkness, most of you know that. I got my Dead Space games fairly cheap. Dead Space 2 and 3, well, at least as of this date. $7.95 $8 each. Not too bad. Doom 3. I thought I liked Doom 3, but turns out that I don't. I just feel that the game takes too many cheap shots. Spawns enemies behind you without any type of warning or telegraph or anything like that. Doom 3 is just a big disappointment to me, which is a shame considering that I love most of the Doom games. Duke Nukem Forever, another game that let me down. There's some shining moments in it, some very good levels, and then they throw in a bunch of lazy visuals and platforming, and it just doesn't work well. Gears of War Triple Pack comes with Gears 1, 2, and I think some DLC. GTA 5, of course. Halo Reach, Max Payne, we all know these. The Reckoning, which is a action RPG. Resident Evil 5. Here's one that I want to talk about. Riddick. The Chronicles of Riddick: Assault on Dark Athena. Look at all the crap on here. Jeez. But it actually is 2 games in one. It also has a remake of The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay, which it says right there. You can read that. But they are both damn good games. It's a variation of stealth and action. Highly recommend. I'm sure you can buy it dirt cheap. It was $20 when it was released. This was a budget title, and you know what? For $20 you got 2 full solid games and really good. Go get it. Even if you're not a fan of Riddick but you like stealth and first person shooters, go get it. This will make you a fan. Put you off to the side. Then in the back I have Skyrim. If you can see, Skyrim, Syndicate, and behind that is the 2009 version of Wolfenstein. And that pretty much sums up what I have as far as physical copies go. I do have other physical copies of stuff, but just one last little look-see. This is what I have going on. I didn't put my 64 games back. So they're all sprawled out on the ground there. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed kind of just taking a look at some of the stuff that I have. I have more stuff. Maybe I'll actually do a video on some of the physical copies that I have. And I also have that review coming up that's going to be Spider-Man X-Men for the Sega Genesis. So, we'll see you next time.